Warren Buffett is getting into Bitcoin. No, not directly. He is not getting directly into Bitcoin, but he has bought a company now that is flirting with Bitcoin and allowing people to access cryptocurrencies a lot easier. So we're going to talk about that. This is a pretty large investment for Warren Buffett. So this isn't like $10 million or anything like this. This is $500 million into this company. They put it in recently, and I want to cover that. I want to talk about all the FUD and fear in the market and the fact that cryptos are bouncing well. We have ADA up 40% since yesterday or 2 days ago. We have Bitcoin up 20%. We have cryptos bouncing back. So is the fear over? Is the pain over? You can see right around the last couple hours, we've been seeing a little bit of pickup in volume. Is this it? Are we going back up to 40K? Was this the quickest bounce from 29,000 to 40,000 we will have seen? Let's take a look at all the news today. So if you guys don't mind just smashing the like button, hit subscribe, definitely helps out the channel. I appreciate that. So definitely do that if you don't mind. Now, let's take a look. Jim Cramer has said that he is selling out of his Bitcoin. This was at the worst time, right when we were at the bottom. Right when we were at the bottom of the crash, he said that he's fully out of Bitcoin. Unbelievable, horrible timing there. While most people were buying the dip, Jim Cramer was selling and telling the whole nation he was selling. In addition to that, we have JP Morgan saying that they are saying that institutional investors are calling this rat poison squared. So Warren Buffett has said in the past that Bitcoin is rat poison squared, even though now he's getting into it kind of. And they say only 10% of institutional investment firms surveyed by JP Morgan Chase trade cryptocurrencies. Okay. With nearly half labeling the emerging asset class as rat poison or predicting that it would be a temporary fad. So a lot of fear here that they are spreading. Now, whether they actually think this, who knows? But I think it's pretty obvious. A lot of these banks, a lot of these large institutions are trying to offer this to clients. And we have some information here showing that. But let's take a look at this too. So we have some good news coming out of Germany that could allow 425 billion to flow into crypto. So this is the first good news of the day, of the last day or so. A new German law could theoretically bring as much as 350 billion euros or $425 billion of institutional money into the cryptocurrency market. So this was approved and it starts on July 1. So this allows wealth and institutional investment fund managers known as BZL funds, special funds, to invest 20% of their portfolio in crypto. So this is huge. This is big. This is important. This is great for crypto. Now, I think they will average in. They don't want to push up the price right away. So this will allow them to start dabbling in crypto. Now, we already know that people are doing that here. We already know that some institutions are trying to manipulate and trying to buy. We have some institutions that are doing this really nicely and not trying to manipulate, I believe. Like ARK Invest, we can see that they purchased a lot of coin stock the other day. So they actually bought a significant amount, adding to their holdings. And they also bought 1 million shares of GBTC, which is about $30 million worth. And then they added about 5 million shares, or they have a total of 5 million shares in coin. So they bought about 215,000 shares the other day during the dip. So they are being very straightforward with what they're doing. But obviously, there are some other companies that are not doing that. Now, we have some other good news. Q2's digital banking platform, which currently powers nearly 30% of the top 100 banks in the US, will allow more than 18.3 million registered users to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin. So they work with banks, credit unions, alternative finance, and fintech companies globally, and they are going to offer integrated Bitcoin solutions for financial institutions via Q2's digital banking platform. That's big. That's big news. Whether this happens, in the next couple days, or whether this happens months from now, if you're long-term on crypto, it's going to be good for them. I think that's definitely not going to happen in the next few days, but long-term, having access to go to your bank and say, hey, I want to convert $100 into Bitcoin, that would be huge. Then the news of the day. Warren Buffett-backed bank launches first Bitcoin ETF in Latin America. So this is not a direct play by Warren Buffett on crypto, but I'm sure he knows about this. So on June 9th, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway invested $500 million in the parent company of Nubank, which is offering this Bitcoin ETF with QR Capital. So they're tied into this ETF as they acquired the aforementioned Easy Invest in 2020. This is only a few weeks, 2 weeks after Berkshire Hathaway invested $500 million. So this is going to be pretty big. Hopefully this maybe allows Berkshire Hathaway to get in the industry a little bit more, or just to think a little bit differently about it. Maybe they'll sell. Maybe they didn't realize this was going to happen. But I think overall this is good for them. This is good for the whole industry. QR Capital announced on Twitter that today they are partnering with Gemini. So again, should be good for them. Now, Charlie Munger has been very outspoken. He's called Bitcoin disgusting and contrary to the interest of civilization. And he says that he does not welcome a cryptocurrency that's so useful to kidnappers. So we'll see if they have any thoughts on this next time someone asks them about it, what they think. Maybe they think that it just doesn't matter, or maybe they think that this isn't worth them selling the position. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. But let me know your thoughts. Bitcoin returning to 35,000, testing it a couple times, being rejected at 35,000. Is this it? Are we going to see more hype in the space? Are we going to see more bullishness in the space now that we've seen it above 35 and we've seen it bounce up pretty quickly? We have been rejected a few times, but overall, I would love to buy some more. I was just getting ready to purchase some cryptos right when we started to make a run. So unfortunately, my deposit wasn't ready yesterday, and of course now it is. So we definitely, at least over here on the channel, would love to see a little bit of a drop in crypto. Of course, we've seen some low prices, so I have been averaging in. I still think that is the best way to get into crypto over time, just continuously dollar cost averaging. If you guys want, there is a link down there to BlockFi to get an interest rate on your cryptos. Again, I think that's really important too. So I really like the fact that there is interest on cryptos. If you're not getting interest, I would definitely consider it. Also, I want to give a shout out to Unstoppable Domains. They're not a sponsor for this video or anything like that, but I do want to say they are very useful. So if you don't know what this is, definitely check out their page. They're partnering with some big companies like blockchain.com and bitcoin.com, and they allow you to have something like this, myfinancialfriend.wallet, and you can claim a different domain, and you can have all your own addresses set up through there. So it's kind of like a middleman, so people don't have to send you money to a really long address or anything like that that's totally random. You can hook it up to this, and someone could just send you money to this address. So don't send me any money. I don't have this set up yet, but it is something that's really nice, and they don't charge fees every single year, so you can actually set up a website with this, and they only charge you up front. So I will put a link in the description to this video and in the comment section if you guys want to check this out. Definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.